Hello, welcome to SwitchedOn, Paul speaking, and today we're going to be having a little first look at Hotshot Racing from Curve Digital. So big thanks to those guys for sending me over an early copy to look at. This one is out tomorrow on the Nintendo Switch eShop, which will be the 10th of September. Going to set you back £15.99 if you don't pick it up in the promo window. If you do pick it up and pre-order it, you can get it for £12.79, which is a bit of a bargain. So let's get into it. I've had a quick go of this morning, but what we'll do is have a little overview of what the modes are. We'll come back to the Grand Prix mode in a second, but that's sort of your bog standard sort of winner number of races, and whoever's got the most points is the winner. Single race mode, this is the arcade modes. So you've got straight up arcade mode here, which is sort of beat the checkpoint and win the race. Kind of like Outrun. Old school sort of feel. Cops and robbers, this is a really cool mode. One person starts as a cop and has to hunt down all the other cars and ram them off the road, and then when you do, they become cops as well. So you end up eventually with a team of cops going against the robbers. And the idea of the robbers is to collect the money that's on the track, and whoever's got the most money at the end is the winner. And finally, we've got Driver Explode, which is a mode you see in some racing games where sort of the person at the back of the pack gets eliminated in a fireball each time a checkpoint is reached. Different skill levels as well for each of those modes. So that's pretty cool. Might come back and have a look at Cops and Robbers in a sec to show you that works. Time trials, got time trials here. You can download ghosts of other players to test your best times against your mates. Online mode here. May have a look at that possibly in a separate video. But you've got an online mode here. I think you can play 4 local players and then all go online together. I think. I'll verify that. Local wireless mode for 2 players. You've got a race shop here, which gives you some limited customization. So each of the characters, there's 8 characters in the game, and you'll see that in a second. But each of them have their own cars, and of those cars, you can customize them with different skins, different fronts, and there's quite a lot you can customize. Actually, it's pretty cool. Depending on different challenges you've met. There's plenty of these different sort of achievements and challenges. So there's a little bit of customization here. You can also customize the characters, but it only really stretches as far as changing their overalls. You don't really see that in game anyway, so it's a little bit of fluff there if you want to do some collecting. And the box standard options, game mode there, English language or different languages. Vibration. I played handheld, and the vibration was quite violent, and that was on high. I turned it down to medium, it still wasn't great, so I'm going to stick that on low, but you can change the vibration settings there. Audio settings, you can change the music. Controls, the game does have motion controls, and you can also break off a Joy-Con to play 2-player with each of the Joy-Con each. That's pretty cool. And then we've got the credits. So what we'll do is we'll go into the Grand Prix. So you've got what we've got here, 4 different Grand Prix, each with a different set of 4 tracks, 3 trophies to win on each, normal, hard and medium. Let's just go on normal for now. Let's just pick a character. I quite like the Formula 1 car that Kiko has, so I might go for that. And then you can use the manual automatic. Now, as you've probably heard in the background, you've got the sort of cheesy 80s Sega voiceover that you had in stuff like Daytona and those great old arcade games from the past. Reminds me, you know, you've got a bit of Outrun in here, a bit of Virtua Racing. Obviously, it looks a little bit like Virtua Racing, that sort of low polygon 3D style. So here we go. So use your controls, ZR to go faster. You can hold it in the yellow. Oh, you can get a boost start, but if you go into the red, you're going to get bogged down, which we did there. Now, one of the things I was quite surprised at with this game is the number of views you've got. Let's just cycle through the X buttons. There's kind of a zoomed out chase view there. As we drift around the first corner. Bonnet view. Well, it's actually, you can see the steering wheel. This is actually a cockpit view. And in other cars, oh, that's a tight corner. In other cars, that is in the cockpit. There's a bonnet cam. And then just a sort of a first person view, never know what to call that. Now you have got boost as well, bottom right hand corner you've got a boost bar that builds up in the usual way in these sort of games. And drifting here is earning me a lot of boost. Now if I hold down A, as long as you've got one of those green sections completely filled, you can burn through some boost. Now I really enjoy it. It's not so great in the Formula 1 car, unfortunately, but I really enjoyed the cockpit view. I was not expecting a cockpit view. I normally play all my racing games from the cockpit view, so it was a really nice little find to see that it had that. And hit the boost. Not the most optimum place to do it, but it gets us ahead of the pack. And one thing this game does suffer with a bit is rubber banding. From what I've played today, I don't know if it gets harder on the other modes. I'll have to check them out, but something I don't really like in games too much. Seems to be a bit of a cheater's way out in these sort of games to give you an artificial feeling of exciting racing. But there you go, it is an arcade racer after all, it's not a simulation. Now you may have noticed there when I was behind the pack, I got into the slipstream with some of the cars, and that will also fill your boost gauge up as well as speeding you up. So that's really gives you a nice double-edged sword, gives you the speed boost immediately and also builds your boost gauge. But as you can see, it runs really nicely. I think it's 60 frames a second. It certainly feels pretty smooth. I have had some races earlier on where the frame rate did really drop, especially in Cops and Robbers. So if we come to Cops and Robbers, you might see the frame rate really dip down. And take first place there on the easiest race, get $10,000. Now here you can see all the achievements I was talking about earlier. Complete these to unlock stuff. So drift 20 times, and they're all separate for different cars. We can see these are specific to the F90, the Super F90, the sort of Formula 1 looking car that we're in at the minute. There are replays there as well. Let's have a look at the next track. But yeah, there is, I would say there are some performance issues. Now hopefully they can be ironed out. It's not so severe that it's nothing that probably couldn't be fixed with a little patch. So area 41. Let's see if we can stay in the yellow. There's two little blips in the yellow. Oh, bogged down again. Must have just crept into the red at the last split second. That's a shame. But yeah, I really like the drifting in this as well. I'm not really usually a fan of drifting games, but it feels really cool. There's no dedicated drift button or a handbrake button. You're just relying on the sort of hitting the brake and the natural inertia. Whoa! We'll finish this race and then I'll show you some of the other arcade modes. See if we can get in the slipstream with one of these cars. Just came through a kind of a chicane. And you can hear as well in the background the sort of little snippets of dialogue from the characters. All these characters have kind of got their own little backstory as well. You can check out. Hard on the brakes for that one. Get used to that corner. That's a really tough corner. Oh, we're going to be left behind here. Got no boost left. Also like the way they've done the track map in the bottom left hand corner with like the characters' faces. It really sort of again hammers home the fact that these are all individual characters like that. For this tricky chicane again. These tracks are really fun. I've played. This is about the 5th track I've played, and they are really fun little tracks to drive. I mean, I know a lot of people really like Horizon Chase Turbo, and it is a really good game, but I found that a little bit too basic, you know, kind of the outrun tracks just sort of drifting left and right at various tightnesses. But, you know, this is a proper, yeah, it feels like a proper circuit race. Oh, we're going to be well behind here. Where are we? 6. Oh, dear. Probably less chat and more concentration needed there. But there you go. So that's the Grand Prix mode. You work your way through those 4 races. And whoever's got the most points at the end wins the medal. And say there's the 3 different difficulty levels there to play on. Normal, hard and expert. Let's check out some of the other modes. This Cops and Robbers mode in the arcade section. Single race. Cops and Robbers. see if we can get to a different sort of track. Dino Dash, that sounds pretty exciting. Let's stay on normal difficulty again. Let's try a different sort of car. Let's go with Toshiro. So these are the cars he's got. You can see there on the left hand side, they've all got different sorts of stats. Quite like this one actually. We can modify it from here, but a lot of the things are going to be locked at the moment. So we'll just go with the basic one. We can stick on automatic transmission. So this is Cops and Robbers mode. So we'll start off, I believe, the couple of times I've played this mode before, I've started as a cop. So I think you always start as a cops. Maybe switch around to the robbers on a different round. Oh no, we're actually starting as the robbers this time, so that's cool. So our job is to avoid the police, avoid each other as well, because you can damage each other. Just hover around the back of the grid. Now you can see already the performance isn't as smooth as it was in the other races. Oh, running out of cash. That is not ideal. Yeah, look how bad the frame rate is. It really drops. I don't know why it's just in this Cops and Robbers mode. It seems to be really bad. Which is a shame to say. Hopefully it's not so bad that a little patch can't fix it. So let's take advantage of this different sort of car than we had in the last race and go into the cockpit mode. So I'm a big fan of cockpit modes in racing games, and this one feels quite nice. And really, as I say, was a surprise for this sort of low poly art style and an arcade racer to have an interior view. Up some more cash. Kind of just hanging at the back here. Don't want to get involved in the melee up the front. Oh, there's a dinosaur. Oh no, we're on fire. That can't be a good thing. Let's have a look at the external view of that. Yeah, we are on fire. I don't know if there's any. Oh, health in the top left hand corner. There's a little health bar. Okay, let's boost. Try and stay ahead of people. Oh no, we're being rammed. Our health's really low. More cash. Let the police go, let the police go. Oh no, we've been caught. So now we turn into cops. Doing a bit of Austin Powers. We finished last. You can see that the performance dropped right at the end again there, but that is a really fun mode. I can imagine that being super fun online. Let's just have a quick look, see if we can find an online mode. As I say, this game's not out. This is the day before release, so we may not have anyone online. But it's worth a little look just to see how the mechanics of it all work, and maybe we'll get lucky. So logging in. So it's quick race, ranked race, we can join or host. And so yeah, you can also party up there with 4 or 3 other players. So I'm going to go for a quick race. Unfortunately it's all AI cars at the moment. Yeah, it's not going to let us start because it needs a minimum of 4 players to start. Let's say with it not being out yet, hopefully tomorrow we get some races. I don't know if it's cross-platform. I'll try and find out if it's cross-platform play and drop that in the description below. But there you go. That is Hotshot Racing. A really, really good little game. I like arcade racing games anyway. So this is right up my alley. If you like sort of Horizon Turbo Chase, Virtua Racing that came out on the Switch as well. There's also been a port of the old Outrun arcade game, isn't there, on the Sega Ages platform. All of those games, you know, all in this sort of tier of great arcade racers. So if you've got any questions or anything, leave them below for me and I'll be happy to answer them. So I may come back tomorrow or Friday do another video of the online mode. So if you want to join me for that and you've picked this up, let me know below and we'll try and arrange something. But for now, if you could like the video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you're new here. And as I say, drop me a comment if you've got any questions or want to let me know what you think of this one. It would be great to hear from you. But until then, I will see you all next time. Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.